looks or the way she loves me. Just look at me, I'm like a monkey in a coconut tree. You know I'm overjoyed, 'cause boy, oh boy, she's my gal. She asks me when I say let's go out dancing. Your place or mine, don't waste my time with romancing. She's wild, she's funny, doesn't care about clothes or money. She just cares for me, she's all I need, she's my gal.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Clumsy Clairvoyance. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Either way, I do appreciate you being here very, very much. So, what would normally be today's tarot topics, I guess we could still like classify it under like the topics, I guess. But this is going to be a class on crystals and stones. Just the basics, some basics to know about stones and crystals. I spent a lot of time on this one, more than I thought I would. But hopefully you guys get a lot out of it. I'm hoping so. Knock on wood. While you're here, please hit the like button and subscribe. I would super appreciate it. And thank you everyone for being here. Let me hop back into chat real quick. Let me know if I'm sharing the screen okay. I know it's smaller right now. I will make it bigger in a moment. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Jingle jangle. Okay, Misfit, good to see you. Jariah, good to see you. Moose, always good to see you. And Mel, arf, arf. Cape Razy, I'm glad you made it. Edward, I'm super glad you made it too. And you placed all that faith in me, no pressure. Who else is in here? Ash, you better rest up, lovey. Rabbit, so good to see you. Puffer, I'm so glad that you popped in here. I saw Harry a little bit ago. Good to see you. Cool Gamer popped in. Who else was in here? Mel. Arf, arf. I think I already said hi to you, Mel. Maury, welcome. Good to see you. Who did I forget? Did I forget anyone? Thanks for my apples, Moose and Misfit. You both A pluses all the way. You guys passed with flying colors. All right. So real quick, I don't know if y'all noticed the poll when you came in, but I did put a poll up. Raise of hands. Do any of you in here have healing crystals? Or I felt odd saying healing crystals, right? I guess technically I would think that they're all healing crystals and stones. However, my question is though, does anybody have stones or crystals that they use or just have around? Go ahead and type in the chat your familiarity with stones or with healing crystals, however you want to phrase it. And have you ever used, I would like to know, has anyone ever used healing crystals for healing or for anything like meditation or spiritual work or maybe even spell work, possibly? You never know. Let me know in the chat. This is not a right or wrong answer. I'm just curious. If you ever want a box of rocks sent to you, by the way, FYI, everyone, this is the guy right there. He will send you a box of rocks that'll make your head spin. Okay, lots of rose quartz. But just stuff I found. Rose quartz is you know what? I have words about rose quartz. I really like it. Yes, your watch has crystal quartz in it. Nice. Those crystals in my smartphone. I have some sugar. Oh, I have some sugar. Mel, I've seen, I think, some of your crystals, lovey, but I haven't used them. They are currently decoration. Okay, I gotcha. Yes, I have a connect. Don't say that. Don't say that, Moose. Oh, okay. So Rabbit doesn't have any. Okay. Oh my. Only me. These are facts. Why can't I think of a business like that? I can find rocks down at the old. You know what? So I kind of did that for a while. I still have a bunch of stones that I sell on eBay and stuff, but like my backyard is like hundreds of pounds worth of petrified wood. No kidding. Like I would go like a couple times a week and just grab freaking stones out the desert. um it goes like in seasons. So I would say like because you can make a fair amount of money, but then you can go like months and months with nothing. So I went, oh, except for the kidney stones, we don't want those ones. Those can kick rocks for all we care, right? All right, so they sound bad. Ugh. Petrified wood is awesome. Petrified wood is one of those stones that I have like a thing for. Petrified wood is a really good stone, or yeah, it's a really good stone if you're feeling stuck, any type of stuck energy. It's a good motivational type of stone. But I love petrified wood, quartz wood, agatized wood. Oh, there's some really pretty ones. Yeah, kick rocks. All right. So if y'all are ready to begin, we're going to start. And like I said, this is just going to be some basics, okay? But I think that you'll take away a lot, especially if you do want to use your stones or crystals for healing purposes to meditate with. Or let's say you just want them to kind of, you don't necessarily want to do a lot of work with them, but you still want them to be like to give off a vibration or to give off energy that they're supposed to, that they're meant to. We'll get into that too. So hopefully, and we're going to go into some history, some brief history about crystals and stones. So hopefully y'all are buckled up. Everyone's got their learning caps on, their thinking caps. Give me a thumbs up if we're ready to go and we will begin. Telling on yourself, telling on yourself. OMG. Jiraiya, I still want to go there. It's in, I know where it's at too. I haven't been there, but I totally want to go. You feel stupid and can't clear your head. It takes practice. You just have to keep doing it. That's all it is. You just have to keep doing it. All right, I'm getting some thumbs up now. All right. I love that you love petrified wood so much. That's awesome, K Brazy. All right, let's roll. All right. So let me know if y'all can see full screen. Healing crystals and stones, the basics. Hey, there's a crystal for that. Oh, yes. And while you're here, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell. Do all that YouTube stuff. I would appreciate it very much. Clumsy, when I lived in Utah, I had all kinds of different crystals and a whole entire storage container full of petrified wood. I have so much. It's redonk-a-donk. I'm like hoarders, but with petrified wood. That is so free. You know what? I've seen like benches, like pieces of furniture made out of like petrified wood that's so cool looking. Whoop whoop. Moose. Okay, we ready to dive into? Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Everyone ready? Okay, so here is an overview of what we will be discussing, okay? A brief history about stones and crystals, natural versus tumbled stones, okay, which is shaped. Knowing where your stones come from, I'm a big proponent of that. How to use them properly, how to use them for healing purposes, okay, or meditation, and certain crystals for certain things, okay? Everyone give me a thumbs up and we'll get going. We'll go to the next. Do not eat. Yeah, don't eat them. Yeah, don't eat them. That would not be good. You'll start howling like a wolf if you eat them. Ah woo! Ah woo! See what happened to me that one time? All right, let's roll. All right, so crystals and stones throughout time. Okay, so I'm going to take you through some brief history. Okay, so ancient times, humans have been attracted to crystals and stones as far back as 6,000 years ago. So 6,000 years is actually the time we can actually put like a time on it as far as the written words, some documentation about healing crystals and stones. Okay, the Sumerians, and they were actually the first, lifted crystals in their quote magical formulas. Okay, ancient Egyptians mined and used crystals to make jewelry specifically for their metaphysical properties. And this is really interesting. The Egyptians also buried their dead with lapis lazuli. And if you look to the left of the slide, look up, you see that blue one that's kind of flashing in the corner? That's a lapis lazuli crystal. So the Egyptians would bury their dead with a amulet of lapis lazuli in order to protect the dead in the afterlife. So this isn't something like new or anything like that. We've literally um, had a thing for been attracted to crystals and stones for eons. Is Maddie here? Maddie, my lovey, good to see you. Moonstones are one of my favorites too. You guys got good taste, I gotta say. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie, be on it, yo. 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 Maddie, ah woo, ah woo. Thank you, Maddie. Was it? Oh, that's such a good thing to know. I didn't know that. Yes, yes, yes. I know the cross you're talking about. Nice. Okay, so we ready. We're gonna move on. We got a little bit more in history to cover. So this, I love talking about this. So the ancient Greeks used amethyst to cure hangovers and to support sobriety, and that actually lasted for quite a decent amount of time. Amethyst being connected or being used for people to support sobriety or rehab, etc. That's such a neat fact. Also, another fun fact, amethyst, probably, I don't know if it was around the same time or a little bit prior, but in a different region. I'm not sure which region. Maybe Europe, somewhere in Europe. I guess everywhere is kind of Europe, huh? But amethyst was also a stone that they would like place under a baby's crib to prevent them from having nightmares and stuff like that. Hmm. Okay, now moving along through history, the Native Americans, going back hundreds of years, claimed that crystals had certain medicinal properties. And I will also say, Native Americans, in particular, they some of the tribes they would use obsidian for things like scrying. Anyone know what scrying is? If you do, go ahead and type it in chat. But so Native Americans believe that they have that certain crystals would have certain medicinal properties in a physical sense. Oh, look at you all fancy. And I didn't cover it in here. Hold on. For scrying, I guess, I mean, it's possible that scrying could kind of be viewed that way. So the simplest way for me to describe scrying, because I've done it quite a few times, and I never knew there was a word for it for years, but have you ever stared at like a flame in a candle or a fire? Or have you ever stared at the ripples of water, or the kept staring at a mirror, something reflective, or like an obsidian crystal, right? And have you ever stared at it for so long or started to become like in a fixed state of staring at it that where you started to see images and kind of went into a meditative state? Okay. That is called scrying. Anything to do with water, flame or fire, a mirror, and certain crystals and stones that are reflective, you can use to scry. And it's said that when you scry, some people see images of the future, the past. Some people could possibly remote view. I think that's highly possible. Um, the images and the experiences are very vastly different amongst people. So, but that is the act of scrying, and Native Americans would use obsidian for that purpose. Mm. Okay, crazy. Love it. Oh, that's so that's I love that. Yes, make sure you are subbed up to Mel. Whenever y'all see Maddie or any of the mods dropping each other's links, I do encourage y'all to sub up to one another. And it's free 99. You can't beat it. All right. So, any questions about some the background of crystals and stones? I think the point to take away is that this is not some. While it might seem kind of like a fad right now, which it kind of is, I'll totally say that for sure. But this is not something that's new to us humans, to humankind today, and around different parts of the globe, the world. We have been attracted and using stones and crystals for healing purposes for a very long time. So, any questions, let me know. Not have been able since I was little. I feel like focus my eyes in a way to make it look like a fiber going in and out like a chance. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about. I gotcha. All right, we ready to move on? Any questions about this? Let me know. All right, let's move forward. Okay, so now we're going to talk about stones and crystals, natural versus polished, okay? Or I call them raw. Sometimes I'll say they're in their raw form, however you want to phrase it. But so, does everybody understand what I say when I say the difference between a natural or a raw rock versus a polished one? Yes, that's a very good question. Yes, there are some that are very rare that are worth a lot more than others. And then, so polish look nicer. Okay, look at you. Oh, you're one of those. Edward, come on. You're killing me. But I'm gonna push back a little. I say sometimes they look nicer. A lot of times they do look nicer. However, when you start to look at like the raw forms of certain crystals and stones, for example, let's talk about corundum. Okay, so corundum is actually what so when corundum is when it's polished and it's heated like from a jeweler, it becomes sapphire. So corundum is actually sapphire that's been or yeah, corundum is actually the stone that's been heated, but it doesn't become sapphire until it's been through that heating process, okay? So certain stones 100% they do not look the same from raw to polished, and like that would be a good example, like corundum and sapphire. um Also garnet would be a good example. Well, no, not so much garnet. I would say definitely diamonds for sure, corundum, and sapphire is a really good one. Opal as well, depending on the type of opal, but some of these stones and or crystals do not become like these faceted things. So, for instance, peridot is actually olivine, but when it becomes heat treated, then it becomes peridot. The treatment is what turns it into this like multifaceted, glowing, beautiful specimen. And they really do look much more beautiful when they're put through that process. But I've seen a lot of natural rocks that I'd rather see in their natural form than polished. So yeah, I would say it's not for every rock, but maybe a good decent amount. Well, corundum is just the name of it in its raw form. Ore is more like when you're saying ore, I'm thinking of like like a big chunk of rock or a big chunk of stone. But you could definitely find like an ore of corundum. Do they? Oh, that's a really cool fact. I used to have a tumbler. Nice. Well, you know what? I don't like cucumbers, but I'll suck on a pickle all day. Doom doom. Where's my drum? Oh, we'll do this. Ah woo! Ah woo! For pickles, I don't like cucumbers though. Okay, so natural versus polish, which is best? Honestly, I will say this though. I will say if you're gonna use the stones or crystals, like if you want a specific one for healing or for meditation, I am a big proponent of having it raw. Raw, like if you're gonna be meditating with it and using it for like healing purposes, I'd say it's better to get it raw. So that's just my own opinion though. So natural versus polished, which is best? Okay, so polished stones are generally more attractive, just like me and Edward were talking about, can be shaped in many different ways and are easily more compact, right? Like they have the little I should also add on there, they could be safer too because a lot of times you can have like a raw stone that you can't keep next like under your pillow. Like For instance, I have a piece of jade that's like really sharp at the end, and it's a raw piece that I don't keep under my pillow. But jade's really good sleeping stone, so a polished one would be better, like to keep under my pillow at night, so to speak. All right, so polished stones are generally more attractive. They can be shaped in many different ways, are easily more compact. Natural is ideal for healing purposes and can have more or pure power. All right. Any questions here? Raw dog neck pickles. Okay, okay. Settle down now. Settle down now. Vicky T. Whoop whoop. Vicky T, it's so good to see you. How are you, lovey? Okay, crazy. Okay. Any questions about the natural versus the stone, or the natural versus the polished? Let me know. Oh, it's so good to see you. I'm sorry you're doing it. Big hugs. Okay, Edward's got it. All right. Moving along, y'all. Does it change its power any? So that I I'm gonna say yes, it does. It does affect it because your some people are such like purists too that they don't even want their stone even like cracked open, nothing, because they feel like it's a life force, which I get, but it's like some people are real extreme about it. But I will say I think it can change its power a tad. I'm not gonna say like it's something that it would be overwhelming, but depending on how much it's like processed or how much it's tumbled as well, I think that kind of goes along to answering that question. But there's something that's even more important than whether it's raw. There's other factors I think that are more important than if it's polished or raw slash natural that we're about to get into. So good question. I know we love you. I missed you. All right, moving it along, moving it along. Yes, you'll see that's part of it. Okay, where did you get that? So this now we're going to talk about where you get your stones or crystals. Okay, I think that this is a subject that a lot of woo woos, as I call them, us woo woos, you see a lot of people really into these healing crystals and stones, but half of them don't even know where their stones are coming from. And it's kind of like, to me, it defeats the purpose a little bit if it's something you're really using for meditation or for spiritual practices, or like I said, for spell work. I think it's really good to know where your stones come from, hands down. That's all me. Um, but I've spent time with crystals and stones, and I feel like when you know where your stones come from, it's just better in general. So let's move it along. Okay, so knowing where your stones slash crystals come from, why it may be important. So the first question I'd say is why it might be important. Are you using your stones for crystals or for healing purposes? Okay. Stones and crystals coming from a conflict, quote, conflict area. Everyone's heard of blood diamond, right? It's arguably a factor in the use of the crystal or stone. Okay, so for example, hopefully YouTube doesn't yeet me for this. Um, it's for me, I want to know if my stone or crystal or gem, whatever it may be, is being mined by like, an 8-year-old kid, like in some mine that just got like bombed 3 times last week or something like that. Those type of things I feel like are a huge factor because crystals pick up memory. They hold on to memory. So for me, that's one of the biggest contributors in about having a crystal or stone or knowing where your stones and crystals come from. And another factor is you may want to support a local seller rather than a foreign one. That's just a personal thing, I think. Yep, exactly. So do I. I use both. Very nice. We're going to be talking about cleansing and clearing stones too. And the moon is a very good way to do it. Yes. Especially if you're someone who doesn't cleanse or clear your stone ahead of time, like when you receive it or when you use it, then it would totally affect it. Phyllis, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, Jariah. These of good eyes they can fit in mine shafts. They find the best crystals in quiet moves. Okay. Phyllis, so good to see you, lovey. See, exactly. And that's a that's good. That's really good. Look at the cute little cat. Okay, we ready to move on? Give me a thumbs up and we'll move forward. I'm a stoner, so that's fine. No, this is a no judgment zone. So you're good. All right, thumbs up. Nice. Thank y'all. Okay, how to use crystals. Okay, this is important. So, if you're someone who's going to use your crystals and stones, especially for healing, I would take note of this. Go watch it on replay if you need to later or something. So, using your stones and crystals for healing. The first thing you want to do with a stone or a crystal is cleanse/clear your stones. Okay, that way you're clearing the energy that's been been collected in it thus far up to that point in time. Now, here's some ways to cleanse your stones. Okay, sage, moonlight, salt, and believe it or not, sunlight. Not for all crystals, because some crystals and stones you can't put in sunlight. And incense. Those are just some general ways that you can cleanse or clear your stones. Now, when I say moonlight, what I'm saying is you would take them outside wherever you have like a visible view of the moonlight where it would like reflect on the stone, or that it'll be underneath it, or that as long as you're getting some reflection from that moon that's cast on the stones, you're good to go. I'll also add another good way to cleanse or clear your stones is to wrap them in a piece of fabric or silk and bury them under a tree for 24 hours. That's another really good way to cleanse or clear them. Like I said, salt, sage, incense, and sunlight, but depending on the stone with that one. Is there certain times of the day or year where the crystals might not work or work at its best? Yes, I would say during full moons and during new moons, especially new moons and full moons, you'll get a really good time to use them. I'd say they kind of increase the juice. And if I could think of a time not to, I'm trying to think if there's a time where you wouldn't want to use them. I would say you wouldn't want to use them, like, let's say you've had your crystals and stones out for a few weeks and you want to meditate with them or use them for healing purposes, but you haven't been able to cleanse them, that would probably not be a good time to use them. Um, right off the top of my head, I might say during a retrograde, but not necessarily. I actually don't think that that's accurate. So I'm going to say not that I can think of. Oh, well, fun fact. Fun fact. Here's a very fun fact. Um, King Tut was he's buried in this huge tomb of alabaster, which is pretty awesome. And alabaster is a really unique stone because it's both a drawing stone, so drawing as in it draws whatever you want towards you, but it's also a like withdrawing stone, meaning it also takes away the things you don't want around you anymore. It takes away the negative energy maybe you're holding on to or that's been around you, takes that away while still being able to draw in the energy you want. There's not very many stones like that, so alabaster is a really unique stone. Yes, like carnelian. Remember that carnelian I showed you the other day? That one glows too. The universe, you're so mysterious. I kicked a scorpion's ass once. The ones with the tail, not a person. Right? Okay, so this is the most, so good to see you, Phyllis. This is the most important thing that people do not do with their stones and crystals. They do not, step 2. What does it say? Program your stone slash crystal. This is the one thing that people do not do. And this is, in my opinion, a big reason why people go, oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'm not getting nothing out of it. Okay. I will verbally go over how to program your stone slash crystal. Okay. So I'm going to show you a quick example of how to program a stone. Okay. This is good stuff right here. So hold on, let me grab a stone. Hold, please. I don't believe Mercury is in retrograde that I'm aware of. Nope, this one. Nope. Nope. Oh, wait, here we go. Gosh, I'm having a blonde moment. Too loud. Boomer, sorry. Okay, so this is a geode. It's a geode crystal quartz. So this is how you would program a stone or a crystal, okay? After you cleanse it, clear it. Noise is a good way to cleanse or clear too. So, hello, Pharaoh. Good to see you. Arf, arf. So this is how you would program a stone or a crystal, okay? Now, first off, I would say if you want certain crystals for certain healing purposes, it's good to know about the crystal or stone. For instance, this is a geode of crystal quartz. So I know that quartz is a natural amplifier. It's a natural cleanser or purifier of energy. It's also good for enhancing your intuition, and there's a million different things quartz is good for, and also for kind of just having a positive attitude in general. But the biggest thing about quartz is it's a natural amplifier, okay? And it really does help to clear your, it's good for clarity, for clearing your mind, your thoughts, etc. So let's say I'm going to program this stone, okay? It is a good idea to use your crystal or stone for kind of, the history of it, what it's meant to do, or what its healing properties are known to be. So like rose quartz, that would be for love, relationship, self-love, confidence, etc. Okay, so here's your example. So I would hold this in my hand, okay? And after I've cleansed it and cleared it, you're going to hold it in your hand. And with intention, you're going to say what you want your stone or your crystal to do, okay? So, crystal quartz geode. You are here to help clear and cleanse my energy, bring clarity to my thoughts, amplify my mood, and heighten my intuition. And then what you would do is you would close it in your hand, and you're going to envision almost like you're locking a door as you do that, okay? You could literally do the movement like this if you want to, but you would close it and then envision like locking a door, and boom, it's programmed. You're programmed. That's it. That's all you got to do to program your stones. Literally, that's it. So that's just an example of how to program a crystal or stone. That way you're getting the use out of it that you want. Oh, do you? You know what? There was a stone I used to break a lot too. Aw. Rose quartz, you know what? I was like, what's the big deal about rose quartz? Until I got my hands on some rose quartz. Now I love rose quartz like a lot. All right, moving it along. Everyone ready to move to the next slide? Let me know. Oh, yeah, you got Hercamite. Hold on, like Hercamite diamond? I sold one of those once. They're so awesome. Oh, they're amazing. Aw, Phyllis. I'm sorry I can't find it. All right, we're ready to go. All right. So lastly, I wanted to run you guys through some stones and what their uses are. Certain crystals for certain things. So like we were just talking about, it is ideal to have a stone for what you're looking for in a stone as far as healing properties go, or what you want to use it for. Okay. So Certain crystals for certain things. Stones for love, rose quartz, rhodonite, opal, carnelian. Stones for luck, tiger's eye, jade, and citrine. Stones for protection would be bloodstone, obsidian, jasper, hematite, pyrite. And these are just a few I'm naming. There's so many that could go in all these categories. Okay. Stones for angel guidance, angel light, celestite, and clear quartz. Stones for emotional healing, amethyst, rose quartz, and flower agate. Stones for motivation, petrified wood, red jasper, and garnet. And then stones for clearing or cleansing your energy would be selenite, smoky quartz, and I really like fluorite. Do you, Mel? I want to see a picture of it. No, I mean, unless you're depending on what you want, like unless there's something specific you want that stone for, no, it doesn't at all. Because where a clear quartz might have a more amplifying effect, like a snowy quartz has a kind of a more of a softer kind of energy or vibe to it. Their opal over there is amazing. I'm jelly too about their opal, no doubt. Whoop whoop. All right. Are we good to go? Now we're gonna move on to give me a thumbs up if we're good to go to the next slide. I think we only have one or two more slides. Y'all are fantastic as always. All right, whoop whoop. Thank you. Onward. Okay. Time to heal. Okay, certain crystals for certain things. This is now we're going to get into stones for physical healing. Okay, so for heart health, these are some stones that are known to be to help your heart. Would be garnet, emerald, ruby, rose quartz. For blood pressure, hematite and amazonite. For joints and muscles, calcite, howlite, and moonstone. For mental clarity and focus, clear quartz, muscovite. I have some muscovite. I'll show it to y'all if you want to see it. Let me know. Muscovite is a really trippy looking crystal. Um, it's mostly found in Russia, and it's like this really high, shiny, silvery, like thin mica layers of crystal. It's real cool looking though. I love muscovite. It's good if you're clumsy too. Muscovite is literally for the clumsy. All right. And for your immune system, amethyst, moss agate. I love moss agate and tree agate. Kyanite. And then for your sexual health, opal, carnelian, pink tourmaline, and moonstone. Amethyst is a highly spiritual stone. Like I was saying earlier, they used to use it to to promote sobriety, and I think the translation means to be sober in some language. I forgot which one, but yeah, very cool. I love moonstone too. I have a moonstone that I wear almost every day. That I love. It's like a grayish color. I think I've shown it to y'all before. Hold on. I'll show you it right now. I have that muscovite too. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, don't smoke rocks, rub crystals. There you go. Okay, hold please. I got it tangled. What the heck did I do that for? All right, y'all. So this is, hold on, let me let it get focused. This is muscovite. You see what I'm talking about? How it's all silver? Hold on, it's got to focus in on. There we go. But if you turn it this way, you see how I said it's like that thin mica sheaths? This is a real unique crystal. It's kind of weird looking, but I love it. You probably have some mica because mica, you can find mica around. This is muscovite. And they're within the same family. Pretty. Okay, but here's my moonstone that I wear every day. That's my moonstone. It's like a grayish brown. I love this thing though. It looks like petrified wood to me, but a bit lighter in color. Yeah, the a girl I used to roommate with, she's Native American, and she literally owned like a big plot of land out in the desert. Probably still does. But she did all the wiring and stuff. She taught me a lot about stones. And she would go find her own stones, polish her own stones, wrap her own jewelry, all that. She was one of those overachievers like that. Yes, Moonstone does have that about it. Even in its raw form, I will tell you that Moonstone even has that, even in its raw stone, not to this extent, but once you get used to seeing it, you'll know it when you see it. Like opal, true. All right, and hold on. The end. Whoop whoop. That's it, y'all. So, any questions? Did you guys walk away with some basic knowledge about stones and crystals? Let me know if you'd like this, if you want to do, if you want me to do another class about it, or if there's something else. I'm open to any suggestions y'all want. Um, Throw it in the chat. Let me know. Yes, it would be. So look, I was saying, look at all those pretty stones. Those are all washed up. There's things called like beach pebbles or beach quartz and beach. You can find some really amazing stones at the beach. Honestly, really cool seashells, some abalone shells. Also, coral is one of my absolute favorite stones. I love coral. I really like amber too, though. Amber's awesome. There's some stones that I'm just like have a super hard on for. Heart on, not hard on, heart on. That's where to find them. I could do the where to find them, but how they form, that's so sciencey, Moose. I'm not a brainiac. Oh, yeah, you liked it. Awesome. Whoop, whoop. I'm glad you did. Yes, just slightly, though. No comment. Whoop, whoop. Okay, we could do that. Agates bomb, too. There's some really nice agates out there. Basalt, that's actually not a bad one. Oh, fire agate's awesome, Jiraiya. Yeah, a hard on. You've never heard of that? You have now. Don't steal it from me. That's 100% mine. Okay, good. Yay. I know. Remember those ones we were looking at, Moose? They were so pretty. OMG. They were beautiful. Like the green amber is really pretty too. Um, that purple, I couldn't even believe I didn't even know they had purple amber. You need a collection for your baby? Um, Rabbit. I could send you like a little collection if you want some. Put some together. Just tell me like favorite colors and stuff like that, or if they like stones already, and I could put something together for you and send it. I got so many. Oh yeah, you could say that. You could say that about petrified wood too, though. So tomato, tomato. You could also say that about like selenite. Now selenite is a crystal that if you put in water, it will dissolve it literally right in front of you. So do not put selenite in water. I don't know where was that purple? I maybe like the Congo. Yeah, I could totally do that, Rabbit. And most of them will be raw anyway, so that's perfect. For that type of healing and stuff. So yeah, I'll put something together for her. When you get a chance, let me know her birthday too. I'll put some together like for her astrological sign too, because there are certain crystals for certain signs of the zodiac and stuff like that. Hopefully she'll like it. Yes, Mexico has they really do have some really cool rocks. I gotta say. Oh, we read about that. It's like something happened to the tree in order for it to turn certain color. It's like a certain mineral or is it a mineral? that gets contributed into it. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so she is a December 24th. I think she's a Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. I will double check it though. Hi, Lucky. Good to see you. Baltic Amber is so cool. It's that deep color. Yep. You're so funny. How are you doing, Lucky? I hope you're doing well. I have baby amber, which is called copal. C, like kind of like opal, but with a C in front of it. It's called copal, and that's baby amber. Like before it turns into amber. Amber. I have a good like amount of little shards of that. Like I have like a little pile of them. You got to takes a break from that. No, I don't think it was a fungus at all. I think it was just like a contributing mineral or something to that extent. I want to say, but we've been doing it for forever. Oh, she told you to have a blessed year. Ooh, she's really trying to sock it to you with that one. I've heard of stuff like that too. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I will be back tonight for readings. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like. Please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Um, and I will see everyone tonight. Hi, Moose. He's trying to win the blinking contest. In New York. He's back again. New York.